Hey guys, Boy32, and this is going to be just a quick tabletop review of the Caldwell XLA pivot model bipod, accompanied with the Caldwell bipod adapter for the Picatinny rail. Stand by.
All right, this here's Boy32 coming at you out here. I'm just going to not say anything.
Hey guys, Boy32, and what you're looking at is just a tabletop review of the Caldwell XLA 6 to 9 inch pivot bipod. I think I said that right, but in any case, one of the things I just wanted to go over was why would you buy this thing? Okay, why would you buy this versus, say, I don't know, the Harris bipod? Well, there's a couple things that let's talk about the positive aspects of this particular bipod, because honestly, there are no negatives. I mean, it's a great bipod. If you've got a reasonable budget and you don't want to drop $110, $115 on the Harris, man, by all means, go ahead and pick this thing up. Let me see here. We got this the other day for a buddy of mine on Amazon for $39.99, and the bipod adapter was $12.99. Both made by Caldwell. But the nice thing is they had a rebate on sale. So pick this whole thing, this whole little setup right here for $40. All right, with that being said, let's talk about a couple of details on this thing. First thing you got to do when you get this thing is get rid of these little stickers. Thank God they are stickers, they're not painted on. One of the first things I noticed when I picked this up in comparison with the Harris is how light it is. It's either, I don't know, not too sure about what the material, what type of steel is used on this thing. It's cast aluminum, possibly, not exactly sure. But hey, man, if you are looking for a lighter bipod than the Harris bipod, then this is probably going to be a good bet for you. Okay, go from top to bottom here on the carriage system. You've got a nice little Teflon, or it feels like a nice little rubber pad, and that's going to suck up real tight to your Picatinny rail adapter. Let's talk about some things. This thing folds out nice, crisp, clean. No big deals there. It does pivot on these leaf springs right here. That's a good option. Basically, the lockdown pin here, this will stiffen up the pivot roll. And what I do like about this is with just your bare hand, you can tighten that up enough. Well, this actually will lock into place. This particular one will. No problems there. From a physical standpoint, this damn thing is almost identical to the Harris. There are a couple little details that are different, and we'll go over that on the comparison video we're going to do here in a couple of minutes. Let's take a look at this. Pulled out the old trusty ruler, because a lot of people, when they're looking at a 6x9 or 6 to 9 inch bipod, they're concerned, hey, is this thing going to be tall enough? And to be perfectly honest with you, I'd rather have one that's a little shorter, because me personally, I can scrunch down a lot lower than I can and be a little more steadier than I can on a long one. And I've done it both ways. A lot of times you see the guys, and more on a tactical standpoint, they will go with the 9 to 13 just because they're at a little bit more, the terrain is a little bit different from, I don't know, maybe a grass field where I'm shooting from, or a bench. But the mission calls for it, and we can change those things out in a second. But I had no problems shooting with this thing off a bench. The elevation is actually perfect if you're shooting on an AR system. You can utilize a 20-round magazine or a 30-round magazine when they're fully extended. No issues there. But let's take a look at this. Now, if you're concerned about it's a 6x9, well, hey, take a look at this. You're going to have the Picatinny rail adapter on top of that. Nobody ever covers that aspect of it, okay? So, in all honesty, you're looking at 6.5 inches from the base to the bottom of your rail. So take a look at that. See if that's something that's doable. Just build your rifle up and say 6.5 inches is going to be doable. Fully extended. Now look at this, man. The legs operate just like the Harris. They're spring loaded. Okay. Perfect operation there. And from this, not only do you have the 9 inch, but you're roughly about 9.5 inches. Okay, and 9.25, whatever. But plenty of height. All right, let's talk about other things. Other than budget, why would you buy the Caldwell over the Harris? Well, let's talk about this. Instead of why this thing is durable, looks durable. I mean, it's probably not going to be as durable as the Harris, but you're spending almost 3 times the amount for this particular model versus the Harris pivot model. To be perfect, this is a pretty neat little system here. I have no issues with it. Used it today on the pickle, had no problems, and that's one of the reasons why we got this, is to test it out and see what the differences are. Let's take a look at the weight factors here. Let's see. A lot of people are concerned about weight, and I will tell you this is considerably lighter by a couple ounces than the Harris. It comes in at 11.3. This is the Caldwell model. Now this is the Picatinny rail adapter. Both of those are at 14.1. Okay, so if you take that in consideration, you're adding just a little bit of weight to the front of the rifle, but not so much that you can't make up for. So with that being said, guys, this is the Caldwell BiPod, 6 to 9 inches, the XLA model pivot. I like it. Not a bad little system. If you got any issues or questions, please don't hesitate and give me a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. We got a bunch of stuff coming up. And of course, as always,